Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 548 of Geeks in Space. I am Rob Commander Tacomalda, and I am joined today on the first day of December with two of the greatest geeks that you're ever going to have the opportunity to meet. Yes, that's right. We have Chris DeBona.
Hi.
And Rob Roseboom.
Happy December.
How was everybody's Thanksgivings?
It's fine. You know?
It was isolated.
Yeah, no, I liked mine. It was good.
Did you end up staying alone, basically?
My sister had me socially distanced Thanksgiving from like 12 feet away. I was in the corner on a lazy boy with a TV tray, while her and the rest of her family and my daughter were over there in the tested zone. So it was nice. I only went over there for like an hour and then I bagged it. I was mostly alone though, and then I drove home the next day with Franny for another 837-mile journey up the coast.
Yeah.
So, you've lugged too many road miles, man.
Making my total 5,200 miles in the last 2.5 months.
No, you don't do that. That's what I've decided.
I've seen a lot of America in my tour.
No, you've just seen that one road over and over and over again.
I've seen Medford in fog. I've seen Medford in clear air. I've seen Medford from the side of a AAA lock guy opening up a U-Haul. I mean, yeah, I've seen Medford every way you can. The good people of Medford, or
the good people of the place I go to get gas.
Yeah, or stay at the Spring Hill Suites, Medford. Although I will say, can I just
many Medfords?
There's a place called The Real Taste of India.
We're not sponsored by them.
We are not sponsored by them, but man, their pakora, it was so good, man. They're they're gulab jamun, but like their pakora and their samosa were good, but like I had a chicken dish as well, and it was like a chicken masala. Boy, it was good. Wow.
I like that you had more to say about that place than the Thanksgiving dinner that you ate made by your sister.
I really like my sister. She's great. She did a great job.
No comment on the food.
But her chicken pakora is
lacking.
There's no such thing as chicken pakora. This isn't Japanese
I meant her
food.
chicken and pakora.
Okay. Well, no, she made some very traditional dishes in our family. She made the pecan tassis. She made the stuffing the way my mom used to do it. Yeah, so she's very much taking it on.
I made the stuffing this year. I did a good job. But I did it ended up a little on the dry side on the top half, but the bottom half was great.
All right. Tell me about you guys' Thanksgiving. I've talked too much.
I mean, I told Rob before you dialed in, Rob made me a carrot cake. I chose to turn this, I don't know, what is it, Rob, like a 12 by 12 pan?
Yeah.
I turned it into a 3 by 3 grid with 9 slices of carrot cake. And wow. I am reasonably certain that I ate 5 of the 9 slices of carrot cake myself over a 4-day window.
Well, you're on record as liking carrot cake.
I know it's controversial.
Well, it's not what we would call normal.
Well, that's true.
Well, not to brag, but I have a pretty non-traditional carrot cake. So
your carrot cake is next level.
Is it made with like lard or something, or brandy, or?
I can't say. It just, if you don't like carrot cake, you might like my carrot cake, I'll say.
I like nice moist carrot cakes. I have to tell you, I do like them.
Rob's carrot cake is more like he put the kitchen sink in there.
And
it's gonna like you're gonna eat it, and then you are going to feel like you have increased your ability to use your own gravitational pull to pull in nearby orbiting objects.
It's very moist, but it's very dense.
We like
it.
one dense object will not be detected by our lead story today.
That's right. It came down the Arecibo Observatory. I looked at that picture and I was like, wait a minute, and I had to go and double check just to make sure what they were showing me, because the photo that's visible on the screen, yeah, the whole center dish came down, and those are puffs of smoke, debris presumably from when the thing came down. The thing just snapped and went straight down, and I haven't seen any more pictures than that one.
Yeah, because there's usually 3 chain, stays attached to the tops of these
Yeah.
towers, holding everything up.
And each one is like a half a dozen of those like giant steel cables.
But from the pictures we saw before, I mean, it was it was just on its last leg. It's
Yeah.
not terribly surprising that it fell down completely. So
Yeah.
it looked like a heavy
I'm just glad
wind
it
or
didn't-
good rain.
I hope that it didn't kill anyone falling down, because that was the big debate. It's like,
Yeah.
is there actually a way to fix this or destroy it without hurting anybody? Was sort of the big deal.
Yeah.
It's like they figured it out.
That's right. They had a possible plan of them like putting up, or they had one plan of like a dude with a helicopter and a wire,
Yeah,
and they were going to try to
that's-
fix it like that. That is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
it
lot.
turned out they just needed a cold front to come through, so the barometric pressure just crushed it.
Yay!
Yay! It worked.
Yay!
Yeah.
Atmosphere.
Go sun and wind and rain.
So the other tragedy, which I feel that we have to mention just for Cliff Lampy's sake, is the death of David Prowse, the original man behind the Darth Vader mask. He made it to 85.
Good run. Ben Bova, 88. Him, 85. So here's the thing. I have a question. In the channel, one of you said he had a chip on his shoulder. Was that a joke about the helmet and the little things on the outfit? Or did he have a chip on his shoulder about something?
No, so if you... Okay. How into Star Wars nostalgia trivia are you?
Okay, I am a nerd.
Okay, because I pretty much know all of it. It is very rare for me to read anything about the original trilogy that I don't know. David Prowse was a complicated man. He was a bodybuilder type, a wrestler type. He was in Clockwork Orange, and he didn't particularly get along with the Star Wars production folks, and was not told and was unaware that his voice was going to be dubbed by James Earl Jones. Yeah. So he thought he was playing this part.
Wow. I got to tell you though.
Let me just say that when someone dies, you never want to be called a complicated man after your death.
Right. Well, so he was basically shunned by Lucasfilm. He and many secrets were kept from him. Most notoriously, he was never told on the set of Empire Strikes Back what the true dialogue was. He never knew that he said, "I am your father." The line that I believe he spoke was something to the effect of "I killed your father" or Obi-Wan killed your father. And it was a twisted version of the line that was enough to get him in the body pose to shake his fist or whatever and do what needed to happen in the scene. But he was forever angry. But it was because Lucas didn't trust him. They didn't trust anybody on the set to release that because it was such a big secret. And then basically from that point forward, he leaked a bunch of other stuff. He complained in the media about some stuff, and basically from that point on was persona non grata to Lucasfilm.
But he was brought back as Darth Vader later, right?
He played Darth Vader in the original trilogy, but he was the body man. But he was also really mad that they hired a different dude to be Anakin when they took the mask off at the end of Jedi. He was mad about that. I know.
He wanted to be the misshapen monster.
But he was not the costume for Episode 3. Actually, Hayden Christensen wore the costume in Episode 3, which was weird because he was too short to pull it off. And that's one of the many, many reasons that the no scene where the Padme, why that scene looks so dumb is that he's like wearing big boots and stuff, and it looks
that was why that looked so dumb.
Yeah, that was the only reason.
That was it.
Yeah, and they had a different dude do
also,
it everywhere
ask,
else.
Since we're talking about the Padme death, have we discussed the lack of gynecologists in the Empire and in the future in a galaxy far, far away?
No, what we've learned is that in the galaxy far, far away, your emotions are more important than like organs. Like you can chop off. You can literally chop off any body part and just glue it back on, and that's fine.
Or you even get a robot part.
Or make a robot part. That's fine. Both of these are completely plausible options. General Grievous is basically like a heart hanging from a robot frame.
Grievous was a terrible villain.
Oh yeah,
Let's just
he's
all agree
the
on
worst.
Not
But
terrible,
yeah.
like ooh, scary.
But if you
terrible,
get
like
sad or separated from the Force somehow, you just die. Man, it sucks. I mean, look at Leia. Leia dies, because what? She's sad about her kid or her husband.
Well, I think because she's super old too.
Oh yeah. Also, she was on drugs and overdosed on an airplane, but
yeah.
All right. Well, David Prowse, if you're ever interested in reading weird stuff, read up about him. He was kind of a dick, but like it's in one of those it's in that area where I mean, he probably deserved more than what he got out of that, out of that whole thing. Like
it's weird when people get cast into things like that and they don't know what's happening, right? Like a very similar thing happened in the movie Predator. If you've never read about it, Jean-Claude Van Damme was the Predator in the original version. And he has this crazy suit they make him wear because the original Predator design looked completely different. And he thought he was going to go through and do karate on people, and they're like, oh, no, you are just running around and as a placeholder. We're going to add special effects over you. And he hated it, and then everyone hated what they came up with first, and then they end up redoing the Predator, and that's why we have the Predator that looks like it does now.
Here's the weird thing about this, Rob. I watched Predator 1 and Predator 2 in the last 6 days.
Oh, yeah?
I did. I'd never seen Predator 2, so I finally decided I would lean into it. It is a completely different movie than Predator 1. It's very enjoyable.
There's the Jean-Claude Van Damme Predator.
And then you can actually find shots of him. He wears a big red suit while he's shooting the film, running around.
Oh no.
There it is.
Oh no.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, that's scary.
That's what they had him dressed in, running around.
You can see why Carl Weathers was not intimidated by this.
Yeah. He looks like that weird Italian Spider-Man, but without the spider web,
He does. Do we want to talk about Grogu? We haven't done that yet.
I guess we can. I guess. I don't know why you would. Besides the name being stupid, I think. I don't know why you would name that character. I think it's a huge mistake to give that dude a name. Everyone knows it's Baby Yoda. They always call it the child. Part of the mystique is that you don't even know his name. You don't know where he's from. Yeah. You don't know anything about him. I would much rather they talk about his race a little bit or where he was from, like they did in this episode. But I mean, his name, he's supposed to be a baby, right?
Yeah.
That's the other thing that bothered me about it. They kind of switched between him being a baby and him being like a kid.
A toddler, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Although I did like, so we're just all in on spoilers for Jake. Sorry, Jake and Elon. I really liked that they let Ahsoka talk to him because, like, psychically, force communication, or whatever. I really liked that because
Force walkie-talkie.
Yeah, that lets him continue to be the cute mute. Just with the cooing noises for the rest of the season, without being weird. But to me, anyway, it tells me that he's 50 and there's more in there mentally than an actual toddler. That's my perception on it. Like, I feel like he's limited to the body of his time, but he might have a little more brains than you would expect of an 18-month-old. Which, to how he's behaving, he's like 18 months old. Like in the unsteady on his feet, can't say words yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I just, in the back of my head, can't help but think that they're going to have him end up being a clone of Yoda.
Yeah.
In which the name Grogu just seems so stupid. for a clone.
Well, I've been calling him Grota, because he's gonna Grota.
Better than Yagru, because it sounds
Yagru.
like yogurt.
Yeah, no, he's just a little guy.
Little yogurt.
Yeah.
Yogurt.
So Rob, to counter your point, I think if you're building a TV show like this, you're building it to hopefully last 5, 6, 7 seasons, and you have to breadcrumb out facts. A name is a lovely bit of identity for a character to get.
It's such a crap name, though. Again,
yeah, for
I hate
sure.
to repeat myself. Many episodes in this show.
We've never mentioned Grogu on this show before.
No, we've never mentioned Grogu, but we've mentioned the lamentable naming scheme of the Star Wars universe.
Sure.
Greedo, Grievous,
great name, terrible.
Porkins,
great name. Okay, so you saw my tweet. My tweet on this was...
It's all crap, man.
No, my tweet on this is that the best names in the Star Wars universe look like they were their placeholders written in the first draft. The worst names in the Star Wars universe actually are. So I think that like Porkins is funny. That's a kids movie, and I think that if you need a job, you go to a guy named Jabba, and if you're a greedy bounty hunter, you hire Greedo, and if you need a loner, you get Han Solo to fly your spaceship because he lives outside of the law. That's the rules. The silly names are part of Star Wars, and
it doesn't make it good though.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Come on, Grogu.
Grota.
And like I said
Grogu?
to you, that I kind of think of the Mandalorian as a sort of a reset, a palate cleanser, a proof of concept piece that we can actually make a Star Wars show in this mythology and not have it be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the first time that I thought, oh, come on, really? We're gonna go back and do stupid old Star Wars stuff now? His name is Grogu. Please.
I hear you.
And I just think it's more effective if he never has a name. It's a little bit like Pale Rider, the Clint Eastwood thing, since really this whole thing is a spaghetti western anyway.
Yeah.
The power of that show is that you never know the name of the guy.
But that guy is an adult, not a kid who you expect to have a character arc.
So
I think that when you have a story like this is about the growth of the child. I think if you make 7 seasons, I don't know if you end with Grogu having hitting puberty or wielding a lightsaber or whatever, but he can't just be, after 7 seasons, he can't just be a blob that goos.
This is to me, this is a spaghetti western / buddy movie. Each of the characters can have personal growth through there, but I just don't think you need to name the kid. That's all.
That's fair. I loved that they gave him a name. I think that's great development. They gave us as much Baby Yoda as basically we're probably going to get this season as far as his backstory. We'll get a little bit more in the finale, but that's about it.
Well, I think the most powerful things you learn from characters aren't spoken for the most part. So I was perfectly fine knowing that he is no problem eating the unborn of any race or anything he can throw in his mouth.
Yep.
I mean, that tells you a lot about Baby Yoda too, right?
Yep. Sometimes he's just going to choke someone because they're threatening daddy. Yeah,
and he's going to force grab food.
Yep.
And genocide eggs.
Yeah.
I'm in for all of these. I don't know. I agree with you. The name is rough. But that said, I also feel like every name in Star Wars is rough the first couple of times it falls out of your mouth. And I'm not going to care in 2 weeks. And I'm going to keep calling him Baby Yoda because fuck that.
Everyone's going to call him Baby Yoda.
Everyone's going to be calling Baby Yoda because he already has a name.
That's who he is.
Yoda.
That's right. But nobody's calling Mando Din.
Yeah.
That's different. That's different again.
Okay.
Baby Yoda for sure is the star of the show.
Whoa, wait a second. What's this Din stuff? I thought his name was Man of the DeLorean.
Yep. He likes to drive time machine cars.
Hey, Manny. That's everyone's going to call him Manny, right?
That's right. All right. Rob, did you see the gelatinous blob that I put into the taco zone?
I did. I read the story.
Is that anything cool?
No, it's just a new kind of jellyfish.
Is it pretty? Look at that thing.
I do continue to love the fact that we can basically just take a submarine, go down a few thousand feet, and just find crap.
Well, we spent so little time there, and it's so freaking huge that, imagine if, say, you were only to Yellowstone National Park, say, 200 times, you
Right.
know? What are your chances of seeing a grizzly bear or something, like?
Astonishingly thin. Let's see. What else did I put up on the list today?
It looks like a little volleyball.
He looks cute.
He's cute.
He's my
He's
friend.
a cute little Gorgo. We
He's
should call
my
him
friend.
Gorgo. Like if you called him Gorgo, it's like, oh,
It's Grogu.
it's Grogu. Sorry, Grogu.
And that would be fitting for that thing, right? It's made of goo.
Yeah.
You look at it, it's going to grow
It's
for
definitely
sure.
gonna grow.
Yeah.
There's only one place for it to go, and that's out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if it goes too far up, it probably explodes. If it goes too far down, it probably gets crushed. I mean,
Yep. Oh, that reminds me. I already asked Rob this, but Chris, have you watched the Queen's Gambit yet?
I have not watched it yet.
You should watch Queen's Gambit.
I heard it's really good.
Let's.
I was gonna listen to it while driving next time.
You might actually enjoy watching it. It's visually pretty well done. Don't don't do what our professor friend does.
What does he do?
Name omitted to prevent crime busting.
Yeah, let's just say he has favorite DVDs to watch in the car.
Yep.
Well, to listen to, I'm assuming.
Nope.
No.
Let's see.
You can't watch a movie and drive at the same time safely.
Agreed.
You are correct some of the time, unfortunately.
90% of the time, you're right 100% of the time.
Does he have like a level 3 autopilot?
Nope.
Tesla.
No.
Nope.
No.
He's
Does
just
he have
a
lane
very
keeping?
good driver.
Until he's not.
He's never had an accident. That's a lie. All right. So yeah, watch Queen's Gambit. It's solid.
You can talk about it. I know about.
Well, Rob hasn't seen it either. I'm only one episode away from finishing it, and I'm gonna watch it tonight. It's enjoyable. It's worth your time. The funny story is that Amazon was having technical problems over the weekend, and because of that, their doorbells and their remote vacuums weren't working. Because
my Roomba, I couldn't log into my Roomba, and it had trouble. It got stuck, and it was trying to find its way back to its home base. It was very sad. My sweet little Roomba had troubles because of Amazon's crash.
That's great.
I like my Roomba. He ate a Brussels sprout today, and it got stuck. So I had to pluck the Brussels sprout out of its maw, and then it was able to finish the job.
I actually
just wants to do a good job, y'all.
I had a Roomba years and years and years ago, but it was in my house where a Roomba did not make sense. But in my current house, a Roomba might make sense. I keep thinking about getting one, but if I did, I'm afraid that my children would do horrible things to it, because I know I would.
Mm-hmm.
Attach knives.
What would you do to it?
Oh, I'd attach knives to it and have it fight my cats.
Oh, for sure.
My cat is so done with the robot. He just looks at it like, it's this one again. Like, he gets along better with the robot than he does with the other cat that's hiding in the ADU.
You should quick look at the Aurora 7 prototype laptop.
Oh, you mean this one?
This stupidest laptop ever made.
Look at this thing. It's like Velcro. Look, we put something together with Velcro.
It's an accordion,
right? I should. I'll take a picture of my desktop, because my desktop basically looks exactly the same as this. I can't get my camera back up, not far enough. Because I have a lot of. There's a lot.
You have a lot. You have a lot. You're a lot.
I'm a lot, but I'm not that. But the thing that really set it off is the little screen in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen of the.
This thing?
No, on the laptop. That's a little screen to the right of the trackpad.
Oh, that.
Nice.
That's really dumb.
Like, okay, I understand and actually would applaud the idea of if your laptop touchpad screen was just a screen that you could touch, like an actual trackpad. Like if the Apple Quick Touch bar was like a square that you could use like a trackpad, I'd think that'd be awesome. but that's dumb. What does that do?
Well, what's
Anyway.
funny is they have these photos of the transition from closed monstrosity.
When you do it,
Not pictured the generator.
does it play the Transformers?
Oh, it should.
Yeah. Yeah, so it goes from there to
It
there,
should.
to there, to there, to there. I think this is a bowl of cereal or candy or popcorn. I don't know.
I think that little screen's just there so that it can get sticky and dirty.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
always
that's
have
why they
something
gave
to
you the
clean.
popcorn and the candy on the table
Right.
here.
Ugh.
What's weird is there's another one down here on the left. You see this one here?
Yep.
It's a dual screen
That looks like a big
Palm
tablet.
Pilot.
Yeah, it's got like
Yeah.
a keyboard on it. I don't know what that is. It's awesome looking.
And then the dude's cigarette case here because
Right.
he's a spy.
That could be.
Spy computer.
Anyway, that's the best computer ever made. Clearly, I'm excited about it.
I'm not sure it's actually a thing you can purchase.
I would hope.
I think it's like an art project.
I
Like
think it's a proof of concept piece.
I hope so.
The story. Prototype pricing. Oh, okay. Let's see how much this is going to cost.
All right. Email him. Whatever.
Got it.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Shit
I
doesn't
love
exist.
that.
It's on Regent Street. That's interesting.
All right. So I wanted to show one thing to you, which I think is hysterical, but back up and go to, was it Restuff? I linked it on the zone. I think that's what I called it. Yeah, Restuff. All I wanted to say is that the unstuffing files for a Mac is kind of a pain in the butt. I have a Raspberry Pi, and sometimes I need to get a file onto it. It's actually kind of a pain to get the files onto it, whatever. You gotta like convert it and everything. But I love that in 2020, the best way sometimes to solve a problem is literally to virtualize an old Mac in the cloud. Upload the file, have it be decompressed by a data center somewhere far away, which, by the way, there's almost no computational power required to spin up like a 1990 Mac and decompress a file. Like, that is nothing to a data center. But this is now a viable way to do that. You spin up an entire virtual machine halfway around the globe to decompress a 35K SIT archive. I'm tickled by that.
I was stuck on Stuffit-as-a-Service.
Yep.
I just thought that was a very cute thing.
Stuffit-as-a-Service.
Stuffit-as-a-Service.
Sass.
And I always thought 80s software was named very sassily, so it was like, stuff it. Why don't you just stuff it, Stuff it, weirdo. Okay, Foxy, or something. I don't know.
So the last one that I had on the list for the day was this shows up. I mean, this has been showing up for years and years.
We've
and years.
linked this like
the
4
songs
times
of IBM.
Yes, we are the men of IBM.
Thomas Watson is our inspiration, head and soul of our splendid IBM. We are pledged to him in every nation, our president and most beloved man. I'm just saying. Do you think that?
Just a bit much.
Do you think that Satya Nadella gets that kind of respect?
Zuckerberg is not a turd. Head and soul of our splendid Facebook.
All I'm saying is that we should really go back to the time where we felt the need to compose songs to our glorious CEOs.
I'm trying to think about a Malda rhyme.
We don't pretend we're gay. We always feel that way. Because we're filling the world with sunshine with IBM machines. We've got the finest means for brightly painting the clouds with sunshine.
So,
all right.
This seems grim, but can I tell you something even grimmer? So, when I was at Tandem Computers, which was a mainframe manufacturer that was bought by Compaq, and then Compaq was later bought by HP. But when it was bought by Compaq, they brought us all to the Flint Center. And all the old timers were like, nothing good ever happens at the Flint Center.
Was it actually in Flint?
No. The Flint Center is it's an auditorium in Cupertino, California. Okay, and it's famously where Apple brings its employees when it's firing them.
Oh.
And where Tandem and HP and all these people, they would bring their employees there when it was time for a layoff or a package. So the old timers were like, nothing good ever happens at the Flint Center. You'll see young man, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So we go there, and there's all this bunting and balloons, and it turns out that Compaq was purchasing Tandem for $1.8 billion or something. And they played this like Compaq's the best company ever video, and they had a woman and a man, a woman singing with a guitar, this song "Free to Be" from the '60s. Free to be, but like they would throw in like Tandem and Compaq are together now.
Ooh.
Free to be, and I just remember sitting there going, "What is going on?"
Why?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yep, see, Flint Center." I'm just like, "Holy crap, dude!
This is a dark place.
This is a dark place. This is the bad times."
Off-sites can be interesting.
Yeah.
Some of
So,
the best
anyway,
and worst
I
days
know
of our
this-
lives.
Yeah.
I know this doesn't have anything to do with IBM, but I will say when technology companies start singing, you need to look out.
That's true. Somebody's talking in general.
Oh yeah,
It's Cliff.
He might have outed himself.
Mm.
Trying to protect himself and his ways.
He's like, in my defense.
Cliff, I don't know why you didn't just dial in to defend yourself. He
Really?
has the
Oh,
link.
There we go. General, how dare you? I've been in a car accident for like 12 years. Perfectly safe to drive and watch movies.
That's right.
Uh,
Question mark. All right, that was
At
the
least.
last one on my list. Oh no, the monolith that appeared disappeared.
Yeah, they took it. They took it back.
Yeah, and I guess it turns out there was also another monolith a couple of years ago in Washington State. So I'm wondering how long has this been going on?
Sometimes you just got a monolith.
Finally,
Yeah.
someone noticed it. The guy
Yeah.
who put it there was so happy.
Right? I put it there in 1987. Thank you. It's like the dude who the cryptographer who did the crypto sculpture
yeah.
in the CIA headquarters.
At the NSA. Yeah.
It's CIA.
You're right.
And like that dude, Sanborn is his name. Like there's like a locker or something that has the answer in it because he's really old, and there's like one dude who needs to confirm if somebody ever solves it. All right. We're watching. Chris, have you watched the movie yet?
Not yet. I was gonna watch it today or tomorrow.
I'll watch it with you if you want to time it.
Is it long?
I think it's like an hour 40. It's not super long, but
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Rare Exports is our movie for tomorrow. One of my favorite Christmas movies ever. And I can't wait to watch it. Although I think I'm going to watch it with my kid. I think he expressed some level of interest in the weirdest Christmas movie ever, and I'm excited to watch it.
I think to be okay with subtitles.
We actually watched a lot of anime. We watched One Punch Man subtitled when his brother was like 8, and his brother watched it like he did subtitles at 8. Bye, Chris.
Did you find it? No.
Is that the other Chris?
That was Franny.
Oh, I thought that was your lovely wife.
She's living with the cat here in the rest of the
Ah.
ADU. She's on her college break. So.
That's lovely. I wish I was on college break. Oh wait, I've been on college break for 5 years.
Did you finish college?
Yeah, I did. I actually went an extra half semester in order to complete my BS in computer science, and but I was so busy with work that I never filled out the paperwork with the office. So I technically graduated with a BA, but never filed the paperwork. But I took the course credits to get the BS and the art minor. But I never got around to going to the office because I'm not sure if you're aware, Chris, but there was a couple of years where I didn't have time to pee.
That explains the diaper.
It does.
Yeah.
Diaper done.
Well, you have time now. Have you considered calling them up and saying, "Hey, can we get this fixed?"
It's been 25 years.
Hey, I waited 10 years to take my last class in my BS, man.
That's true. All right. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And
Yeah, you will.
yes, you will.
Yep.
Well, goodbye, Rob Roseboom.
See ya.
Goodbye, Chris DeBona.
Bye.
This has been episode 548 of Chris. I was going to say episode 548 of Chris DeBona. Geeks in Space. I'm Rob Commander Taco Malda. Bye.